Namaste, Prakash here. Welcome back to the next episode of Dharma Tales. Let's debate. Many people have asked me as to why you are using stories from the past. Why not contemporary ones? The only thing I have told them, which I would like to repeat it here, is I pick up stories from which we can really debate and learn a lot about what Dharma was and what is that we can really borrow from those stories in these current times. Of course, at some point of time, I will pick up stories which are relevant to the current time as well. But let's go through this journey with an open mind and an open heart to find what are the pearls of wisdom that we can pick up from the stories of our ancestors who have been in this world, particularly in this part of the world. Today I'm going to touch upon a very interesting story of a king who was considered to be the epitome of maintaining fairness, justice, and dharma. There is a story of a king called Shibi. He was considered to be a very just ruler, very fair ruler. His fairness and dharma extended beyond just humans. It extended to all the subjects, all animals, all creatures which are part of his kingdom. Once he was sitting in his court, and while he was sitting in his court, there was a pigeon which flew and sat on his lap. A pigeon which was looking completely frightened for its life. So, in all his kindness, King Shibi asked the pigeon, "What exactly is your problem?" So the pigeon tells, "O king, I am being chased by an hawk and it wants to eat me." So the king says, "Don't worry, I'll give you protection." And at that moment, the hawk which was chasing the pigeon also flies into the court and then tells the king, "Please allow the pigeon to go. He is my feed, and it is only natural justice that I must be allowed access to my feed. I'm not disturbing you, I'm not disturbing anyone else. It's a natural process." The king listens to him, to the hawk, and then says, "Though whatever you are saying is apparently correct, the pigeon has taken refuge in me and I have given it a commitment that I will protect." So the hawk says, "You are a fair king, a just king. You are supposed to be taking care from justice from all sides. You are given protection, which means you are denying the food which is due to me. In which case, please give me justice as to how I am going to be fed for my current hunger." So the king thinks through and then gives the option to the hawk. "You are hungry? Please tell me. What can I do? I can feed you anything you want." So the hawk says, "I don't want anything. Since you have given refuge to this pigeon, I want you to give your flesh in equal weight of the pigeon, which I will eat and then I will go." So king thinks through and he says, "What you are saying is fair, that since I have given protection to this pigeon, it is only fair that I make up for two." And with this, he orders for his staff to bring a scale, a weighing scale. And then he says, "Please cut my flesh." He tells one of the staffs, "Please cut my flesh from the thigh portion. And then put the pigeon on one side and put the cut flesh from a thigh on the other side. And whatever the equal weight, please give it to the pigeon." And with all the pain, the physical pain and blood oozing, he allows his flesh to be cut and he allows it to be weighed on the scale. But to his surprise and to the surprise of everyone present, this weighing scale just does not tilt to the other side at all. The pigeon seems to be weighing heavily. He keeps on cutting everything slowly, but nothing seems to work. And finally, with all humility, he goes and sits in the weighing scale to say that if this would make the scale become to the same weight as pigeon, so it be. Magically, as he sits there, he finds that the scale tilts and now the balance is restored. Surprisingly, at this moment, the pigeon and the hawk turn respectively into the fire god and Lord Indra themselves. And then they say that we wanted to demonstrate to the world and also parallelly check how fair and how just you are as a king. You have really demonstrated justice and you have demonstrated dharma by ensuring that you protected the pigeon and at the same time the hawk was also not ignored. The story sort of ends here, but the real dharmic questions to us, when the king denied the hawk's legal food, as you can call normal food, that's it would have happened that the hawk would have taken away the pigeon had it been outside. When the king gave his commitment to the pigeon, didn't he know that the hawk was going to come after it? Because after all, he was a very smart king with a lot of intuition. And when he committed to give his flesh, what kind of dharmic value was he really demonstrating? And when finally the scales are tilted and made both equal, what kind of dharmic values are we learning in spite of the pigeon not being really heavy? For the current times, do we find people of such dharmic values who are really running the nation for you, running the state for you, running your organization for you? Why? Even running a family for you? Is there something, there is a deeper learning for each and every one of us to be fair, to be just, and to follow Dharma in whatever we do? Let's debate on this story in the comment section below the video in whichever social media handle you're watching. Share your views. What are the learning? How can we shape up our dharmic values towards life from this story of the king Shibi, the pigeon and the hawk? Dharma tales. Let's debate. Till we meet again, this is Prakash signing off. Thank you.